Hi folks, Tony here again at Salt Marine Hyundai Dungannon. I just want to show you around this absolutely stunning Hyundai Ioniq 6 in gravity gold. This is the first edition model. A couple of nice wee trinkets, shall we say, with this one because it is the launch model. At this stage, apologies, I'm just by the balcony here, so that's why I can't get a proper side profile of the vehicle, but I'm sure you've seen it online as well. You can see it on our site as well. I want to show you the outside first, to say just focus on the design of the vehicle, and then we'll look at the inside and all the features and benefits. Now obviously this car is a bit unusual. The shape is deliberate. The shape is there obviously to make this car as streamlined as possible, hence why it's called the electrified streamliner. Every little detail on this vehicle, on the design, is there to reduce drag on the car. This car has a drag coefficient of 0.21, so it is designed, say, to cut through the air, and obviously doing that, it increases the efficiency of the vehicle, which invariably obviously increases the range. Just like the Ioniq 5, it has the pixelation on the lights. Not so easy to see when they're not lit, but you can see the pixels there, and just the brand on the Ioniq 6, which is actually recessed behind the perspex. And then the car also comes with the new brand logo. You can see there it's a slightly more two-dimensional design. And Ioniq 6 first edition comes with that anthracite finish. That spoiler on the back again obviously helps just with the downforce on the back, because the back end of this vehicle does taper off quite considerably. Let's say you need that there, just obviously just for downforce. Just focus in on one of the wheels here for you. It's a 20-inch black finish on the wheel, and they are dressed in Pirelli P0 tires. Again, some of the models in the range obviously have the Pirelli P0s, but the Ioniq 6 is also one of the benefits from it. If we scroll up slightly just to show you the pop-out handles, when the car is locked, obviously the handles will go in. I'll just show you that now. If I just lock the vehicle, handles in, handles out like so. Just while we're at the rear of the car, to show you, you have your camera integrated there, just the black square beside the boot lid button. So it's an electronic boot lid. Push the button, boot opens. See your charging cables and all inside, along with the first edition boot protector, the boot mat, shall we say. You'll see that this tartan effect is actually carried into the cabin of the car too. And then to close the boot down again, just hit the button. Just focusing on the driver's side rear door card there, you'll see a nice clean design. It has 2 levels of ambient lighting. The upper can be different from the lower side, just down by the door pocket there. Just on the door card itself then, you see the car comes with 2-stage heated rear seats, obviously electric window switches there too. It's the outer seats, obviously, the middle seat isn't heated. Like I said, with the boot, you'll see there that the seats inside the car come with part leather, part tartan effect, which is carried through again to the floor mats as well. Into the center sort of console at the back of the car, you'll see again you've got the 2 USB-C ports, as well as your separate ventilation switches. You can also adjust the passenger front seat from the rear, just obviously to add additional comfort and legroom. Just like Ioniq 5, the Ioniq 6 also comes with a front trunk, or a frunk if you prefer. Obviously, space in it there, probably put your charging cables in it, or any maybe smaller items you maybe didn't want to put into the boot. Driver's side door card then, you see nice and clean and clear, just like the rear ones, but actually a wee bit less even on it as well. First edition models come with the electric driver's seat and passenger seat. The driver's seat is obviously 2-stage memory. The speaker grille, wow, look at the size of that. It is an upgraded Bose sound system on the car, but that speaker grille is 2/3 of the door card really. It is gorgeous. So it's sort of finished in a metal effect on it as well. Scanning over then to the front passenger cabin then, again you'll see the tartan seats along with the first edition carpet mats with the tartan design on them as well. I will jump into the car and show you some of the features as well just inside the car, but just to pan back to let you see the dashboard layout. So, and then just under the center should we say, the transmission tunnel. Obviously it's not really, because there's no transmission running to the back of this vehicle as such, but this large console here incorporates your electric windows, your auto hold, your handbrake and so forth, along with obviously a couple of cup holders. No fear on how to drive an EV either. You'll see there both pedals, obviously it is an EV, so there are only 2 pedals in the driver's footwell. The accelerator has a plus sign on it, and the brake pedal has a subtract or minus sign. So obviously accelerator plus, right hand side, brake, decrease speed, the left hand side. Just like Ioniq 5, the gear selector is to the right hand side of the steering column, just below where the wiper stock is. So twist forward to pop it into drive, twist back to pop it into reverse, pop the button just on the end of the silver finished stock there, and it will pop it back into park just where it is now. You'll see the steering wheel is similar to the one in the Ioniq 5. It is slightly different though, in that some of the configurations, the buttons are the opposite way around. So the cruise control is on the left hand side of the wheel now, and your audio functions and voice recognition for your Apple CarPlay and your Android Auto are on the right hand side. Biggest change I think though is the 4 dots in the middle. As most people probably know now, it's well documented within the industry that Hyundai appear to have started to omit the Hyundai logo from the steering wheel, but now it is replaced with 4 square dots, which signifies the letter H in Morse code. Now the big change with this one, you'll see that the 4 dots in the middle actually light up. Now the drive mode button just down here, when I hit this button, you'll see that it will then change the colors, just to let you know obviously that the drive mode has been changed. So you'll see there that it'll go, obviously then we're into red because we're in sport. I'll show you that on the dashboard in a second. And we go back into eco, they'll flash green for a second and then just go back to that paler blue. Just up onto the dash to do the same, you'll see there with 292 miles of range left. The bottom left hand side there, you'll see that the battery's ready, car's ready to drive off, and the charge status at the moment is 92%. If I hit the drive mode button again, which I've just shown you there on the steering wheel, pop it, you eco, you'll see that the range then drops down to 284, and then you're down to 275 when you go into sports. A few things apart from the dashboard changing display, it will also increase throttle response when you go from eco to normal, increase the steering wheel weight, and then of course when you go into sports mode, it will maximize throttle response and increase the steering weight just a bit more again. One of the downsides, as you can see just from the range there, is that the range will reduce, but if you are wanting to overtake something, what I would suggest obviously is pop it into sports, overtake whatever it is that you're passing, slower moving traffic or whatever in the inside lane, and then once you've done that, pop it back into eco mode, and then you're obviously maximizing the range of the car again. Paddle shifters are behind, but unlike a normal automatic, they are there to increase and reduce regen. So you'll see there just on the bottom left hand side, just beside the 92%, we are level 1 there at the moment. You just hit the one on the left hand side of the steering column will increase the regen level, and then of course the one on the left hand side will reduce the regen level as well. So you'll get energy being recouped back into the battery, as I say, if you use that correctly. It's quite a, I mean, I drive an Ioniq 5 and it's quite a handy thing to use even on country roads, coming up to corners and so forth. Obviously if you have the regen level correct, it reduces your braking, so you can just ease off on the accelerator pedal and the car will begin to brake for you. So, well, it's a fun way to drive as well in an EV, because some people say that they're boring. I can testify that they definitely aren't, so they're not. One thing I want to focus on, and you can see in a lot of the promotional stuff as well, is this ambient lighting. The fact that it has 2 sort of the upper part of the door card and the lower part of the door card, so you can differentiate. We're on the ambient light at the moment. Now hopefully you can see, I'm going to change it just so you can see just how it does change. So at the moment we are on Mind Care, which has sort of red. Hopefully it comes out in the video. It is daytime, so it is pretty hard to pick up maybe, but you'll see that the upper part of the door card above the handle is lit red, and then the lower part of the door just down by the door pocket there is in a blue sort of purpley color, and then of course that line, that gorgeous looking line that runs there just along below the air vents there, is the upper portion or the upper color. If I change it, I'll just show you here. If we go on to the Healing Forest, you'll see that line or that strip has now changed to a yellow color. Mightn't be so easy to see in the door card, but again, the upper part of the door card is now yellow. The lower part below the speaker is a green finish, which of course you will see a lot easier just in the evenings, the darker nights. Just show you the parking camera system on this car. This car is 360 view on it, so it has cameras all around. Right now, obviously, we're on pretty much what everybody's used to seeing is the standard reverse camera. There's dynamic steering lines. Obviously, you turn the steering wheel and the line will turn as well to indicate where you're heading for. This car, though, as I say, comes with 360, and when I hit this wee button here, you'll see what that does then is it will now generate an image of the car in the showroom, and from that we can then adjust the vehicle round. Wow, look at that. And you can go to the other side as well, scroll down to take your bird's eye view, twist it around from there. It's so easy to use, sort of, but just a bit like a smartphone, obviously, just in terms of its capabilities. And then if we switch the camera back off again, it will just revert back to the screen before. So that screen that I happen to be on at the moment just happens to be the EV range. So 92% in the battery. It is indicating there with the ventilation off that it will travel up to 292 miles at this stage. If you pop the ventilation on, I'll just show you here. So I just pop the ventilation on. At the moment, you'll see with that on, you're not losing very much, but it will reduce the range down by about 6 miles, say, just with the ventilation on its current setting there of 1 and the cool air. We'll just switch that back off again. And then if we hit the home button, this just takes us back to the main sort of home screen. So it does. So you'll see there we've got our date, our media system, the range of the car, and an element of satellite navigation. Flip it over then to the other side. Again, you'll expect to have this on such a high specified car. Integrated navigation. You've got that. You've your phone projection. You'll see there just at the top, the second one in there just from the top. So that incorporates your Android Auto and your Apple CarPlay, as I say, which is the feature you'll probably use in this vehicle, more so the integrated nav. It's just, I think everybody sort of agrees that it's just a better system to use. And of course, when you do use that, the voice recognition button just on the right hand side of the steering wheel then will allow you to be able to use voice commands, say to set your navigation, send WhatsApp messages, Facebook Messenger stuff, Spotify, Apple Music, all that sort of stuff is all controlled through that button just on the right hand, or the top right hand side of the steering wheel. Car also comes with heated front seats as well as obviously the rear seats. I'll just pop that on for you now. So we just go into warmer. You'll see there you've got the selection for passenger or driver's front seats. They are 3-stage, and you've also a heated steering wheel. If we pop the home button again, then we'll go back onto that screen. You'll also see a couple of other things there. Valet mode. Well, if you find yourself in a fancy restaurant and you want to encrypt certain things within the car, so valet parkers can't go in and change certain features, radio stations, pair mobile phones and stuff, you can do that. Quiet mode there allows you to effectively shut off the speakers in the back. So anyways in the back wants a bit of shut eye, you can do that without obviously having to change the balance of the speakers. Passenger airbag you can obviously switch off as you'd be able to, as you'd expect to be able to do. And then just down below then you've got your ventilation button. So again, nice and clear. Everything's all capacitive, by the way. Apologies if you can see the reflection of my hand on the screen. It is a piano black finish on it, so it will reflect my hand when it's down low like this. But yeah, you can just adjust the temperature up and down, adjust the fan speed up and down, and switch it off, and then select obviously the various different modes. From that, you'll also see your EV start and stop button just to the right hand side of that. Nice and simple. Foot on brake, push the button, and the car will start. So it will. Again, I did show you this earlier on, but just to show you again, the center console, couple of large cup holders. You have another USB port just in front of that. In front of that again, just underneath, you have your wireless charging pad. Behind that then you have all your electric window switches, front and rear, all controlled from the center console. Auto hold, and then the anti-hijack facility there to be able to lock and unlock the vehicles. Obviously the anti-hijack will automatically lock the cars, or the car, whenever you hit 20 kilometers an hour. Large storage bin underneath with even more USB ports, and there's loads of room in there. Maybe hard to see obviously just because it is dark down there, but loads of space in there to store whatever you wish. And then just above, again being a first edition as well, this car comes with a panoramic roof on it, as you can see. It doesn't, I will be honest, it doesn't go completely all the way back, but it is quite a bit larger than what a standard sunroof would be. And as I said, it does open. You'll see just above there the wee switch just to let you open and close it. Very straightforward. You'll also see just that red SOS button there just below the cover cap. That is your Hyundai emergency e-call system. So if the car's involved in an accident, the airbags deploy, it will automatically contact the emergency service to let them know that there has been a crash. But you do have the option as well to be able to push that button, and it will contact the emergency services, and you can let them know exactly which one you require. This is the special keynote, folks, that comes with the car. This currently seems to be exclusive to the Ioniq 6, Hyundai branding on the actual remote fob itself. Pretty straightforward, lock unlock, and you've got the option then for remote park assist. That's the whole button there on the right hand side, should I say the bottom of the Hyundai logo, and then the buttons just on the side there allow you to be able to adjust or remove the car remotely forwards and backwards if the car ends up parked in a particularly tight space. Button then just at the top hand side there, or side of the remote, is then to open the tailgate. So in conclusion, folks, just to show you around this car again, this car, as I say, is available. It is gorgeous. Wait till you drive it. We get the benefit of driving at the launch event. Some of the competitors will not knock them because they are still fantastic cars, but in my humble opinion, I think this is definitely the best combination of performance, ride comfort, road dynamics, everything, and looks as well. Of course, on top of that, being a Hyundai, it does come with a 5-year unlimited mileage warranty, and you have an 8-year warranty on the battery too. This being a first edition as well, it is all-wheel drive, so it is the fastest model in the range currently. It has a 0 to 60 time of just over 5 seconds and well over 300 horsepower. But yet, as you saw earlier on the video, it also comes with over 300 miles of range fully charged. Folks, this car is available, as I say. Obviously, if you want to come down and drive it, send us a wee inquiry, obviously, through the site. If there's anything else that you see that perhaps it's not an Ioniq 6, if there's anything else that you see on site, you can reserve it for as little as £99. Come down, drive it, see what you think. If you've got a part exchange, bring it with you. We'll be happy to see you. And folks, hopefully again, I'll get another video done for you shortly. But if you need anything at all, ask for Tony, and I will look forward to speaking to you again soon.